Hey guys, and welcome back to HTKTT hashtag Kitchen Table Talk. I am Lord Thompson.
Emma.
Slair.
Joyce.
Raji.
We brought her back. We thought you liked her. If you don't, let us know. She won't be back. Okay, now I want to start with this. I have a friend who says, I'm going to start dating again. What's your advice? And I've had this conversation with a few people, and lots of people call me crazy, but it is what it is. I don't know. It's weird. So I have certain rules about dating that I always follow, and I've not felt the need to change them because it works for me. So I'm just gonna rattle through them. People have very distinct views on them, but we'll find out. First of all, I never call it a date.
Oh, what do you call it?
I just say we're meeting up, we're having drinks, or I'll say the event that we're doing.
What's your reasoning for not calling it a date?
Because calling it a date, I feel, gives it a certain amount of pressure.
Undue pressure.
That's
100%
not
agree.
necessary.
Yeah.
I don't dress up on a first date. Because...
I don't need to.
He's fabulous, isn't he?
It's true.
I never say that.
If he had hair, he would flip that right
No, it's because I kind of feel like you're going to be dating me, and I'm going to be dating you. I don't need you to spend 7 hours, not that anyone spends 7 hours, dressing up and putting on a show, because that's not who I'm going to be dating. I'm just going to come as me. I want you to come as you.
But do you want them to put their foot next time?
I've not finished my rules.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No.
Wait for it, Joyce, wait for it.
The third date, I will step it up.
He's going to need Jesus.
Because if they already liked me just as me, then I can go and step up and they're like, oh damn, he gets better. I'm like, yes, he does. The first date,
Struggling.
I will never go for food straight away. I will either meet for a coffee or meet for a drink.
It's 50 exit.
Exactly. Because if you go for food and then you don't like them, you're stuck for a whole meal with that person. And that's happened.
You think that, but I'd just leave.
I left.
Not that I
in the middle of a
don't,
date.
you know.
Sorry?
I've left in the middle of a date.
Oh.
How did you do that?
I'm going to toilet, I'll be back in a minute.
See, I don't like that.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't like
amazing.
that.
I wouldn't do that.
I would never do that to someone.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm leaving. Fine.
I did feel bad for him though, because an hour later he said, are you coming back?
Wow, bless
An
you.
hour?
Because someone's
Did you
being that
have
stupid.
an hour?
Actually messaged
And you did.
I didn't feel sorry because I left him. I felt sorry because you're stupid. Yeah, it's like an
He's
hour
less
later.
than smart.
less than smart. That's what we're going to
I couldn't
go.
take it. I couldn't
What
take
was
his
so bad?
arrogance.
What did he do?
I was gonna
What was
say,
yeah? What was
yeah,
so
you
bad?
With me, I like a guy who's a bit rough around the edges, but also has that level of intellect that you can have a conversation with. And he was just all me, and I'm thinking, hello, do you not see me saying it? But
Okay, can I just
it
be
was
devil's
money.
advocate and say by him being all me, and you wanted him to talk about you?
No, I didn't want him to talk about me. Let me change that up a bit. Yeah, talk about me, but I can do that myself. It was very much, oh, I drive this and I earn this much money, and oh, I can't sit with people that earn less than £25,000 a year, and
He was a bit of a douche.
yeah.
Right, let's go back to
Okay.
these rules, because they're very interesting.
Okay, so I've never walked out in the middle of a day. That's why I have my one drink, and after that drink, oh my god, I'm so tired, or I've got something to do tomorrow, like the usual issues and things that
Isn't
people
that the
use.
same as...
No, I didn't get up, say I was going to the toilet and leave.
that is the honest
No
truth.
judgment. Why not? I've never ever and will never ever sleep with anyone on the first date. Now this is where people come for me. If I'm dating someone, I'm not sleeping with that person. But you should feel free to sleep with who you want to, and I should feel free to sleep with who I want to. Because until we've had the conversation that we are just seeing each other, I will sleep with you then, once we know we're just sleeping with each other, and then you should be sleeping with anyone else. Up until then, you have free reign to do whatever you want, ain't my business, because ain't nobody locks down in anything. I do that because I get very attached, and if I'm dating someone and then I like them and then I've slept with them and then we break up, I'm like, it just feels worse. But I can just have a random one night stand.
But
That's
tell me the
fine.
other bit to that rule. Where if you've slept with someone, there's no way you'll ever date them. I feel like people should know this up front.
I feel like
All coming out today.
look,
thought I knew it so well.
If we have met up and just had sex, hey, that wasn't a date. That was a really cool. I won't then go out with that person.
I wouldn't either. Not that I would see with someone on the first date.
Because I don't. But if you just met up for sex, you just met up for sex. I'm not then gonna date you.
But what if you meet up for 6 and then there's a
No, he doesn't do that, see? That's my
Okay.
point. And I feel like the other people should know this up front, because what if the other person was like, yeah, okay, we had a really good time, whatever, hanging out, wherever, we met in the club or whatever, and then, you know, then we sit together,
bueno.
and then I holler you later, but you've already decided there's no way anything can ever happen because we sit together. Do you see what I mean?
If we met at a club, we're not going home to have sex.
Standard.
Who said you had to go there home? I'm just saying, they're holding tomorrow. And
Yeah, but if they're hollering me tomorrow, we didn't have sex on that night. Because if they're hollering me tomorrow and they got my number, it's because there's a possibility of us dating, so we are not sleeping together. So that you can, this is what people with like, you can stop that situation from happening. Like, don't go to nobody's house.
No, that's
Go, sorry.
How do you ensure that you don't have a connection with someone you sleep with? How are you gonna cut it off?
he's
How
male.
do you
He
know?
can do that.
This is gonna sound so.
No, biologically
No,
you
it's
don't do
great.
that.
It's true.
We can't.
I can differentiate. Like, if we're gonna get laid, like, I'm so sorry. My
Mum's
mum
not watching
watches
this one,
We don't condone his behaviour.
Look, I very rarely will sleep with the same person twice. I am not gonna learn your name until we slept together at least 2 or 3 times. Because it's not necessary. We're not gonna see each other
Emma, what do
again.
you think
Let's
about
not
that?
play this. Let's not pretend it's something that it is. And that's just from being in situations where that did happen a lot, and I did think, oh, this is gonna go, so it's not. If you're meeting and you're banging, no one ain't trying to do nothing but bang. I know that's cynical.
Why can't you sleep with the same person? Why does it have to be random? Why does it have to be like, how many people have you slept with? Okay,
Let's not answer that
No, it doesn't because for me, like I also, oh my god, I chose the subject.
He fucked himself.
Generally, I won't kiss.
Oh yeah, but we know
Because
about
I find like that's a really intimate thing. If we've met, there are people who I've slept with multiple times, but then there are people that I know we've got to know each other, because if we sleep together again, there's gonna need to like be some kind of conversation, and it's just, and if I don't like feel you like that, I don't want that conversation. Like, I'll come, I will
But
have sex, and then
isn't-
I'm gonna go home to my yard. I don't sleep at people's houses. I don't do that because I'm not waking up into your bed next to you in your bed. I'll get up and I'll get to my bed. Sorry.
So you see, you sleep with them, and there has to be conversations. You have to be connected on some level, but conversation. So isn't that dating? Do you know what I mean? Like you hang out. Do you not hang out with them? So you sleep with them and talk during the sex and then go home, or what? Like I don't know.
No,
You see what I mean? Do you even talk to them?
You just turn up, lift each other's heads up.
Yeah, rock out, have sex, and go home.
I shall not confirm nor deny. Sex is sex. Yes, it is better when you're in a relationship and with someone. That was an interrogation for a second. No, but no, it's literally. I won't like not text. Like if I've given you my number, then
You're really lucky.
no, because I can think of a couple of people who I will like just text, but generally they're people that I've known already, and then it led to sex. So we were already having a conversation. But if I feel that vibe, then I won't sleep with you because I don't want to ruin that. I want to keep that as what it is.
Do they know this?
No, that's what I said.
This is no.
Do they need to know it?
That's what I'm saying.
I think they do.
If we're sorry, I'm sorry if I'm monopolising the conversation. I don't see why they would need to know if it's a one-night stand, because if it's a one-night stand, you both know going into it that it's a one-night stand. And if we're dating,
Yeah, but other people might have other views on that. That's my point. And if your view is that if we sleep together right now, there is no way in hell that we're doing anything ever again, and we're never going to be in a relationship, I feel like the other person
Needs to know that.
should know that going in.
The other person doesn't know that.
How do you know?
Because if you call someone up and say, do you want to come round, and then you have sex, I really feel like both parties knew that was a movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't come round and watch freaking Care Bears, did he?
Yeah, but what they didn't know
Was that meant that they would never ever be able to date
Yeah,
you?
Then stop giving up your goodies.
Stop
Yeah.
opening that cookie jar.
I'm genuinely like, and if I go around and you're like, take me, I'm like, no, I'm cool, peace. I don't like it. I don't find it sexy.
You do hear stories of people who met
yeah.
together and then they're together for the next.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I'm saying clearly they didn't know your rules, because if they were your rules, they wouldn't be together. Do you see what I mean? So at least one of those people thought, okay, if we have sex now, this could be a relationship later. Do you see what I mean?
But they're saying that.
So there is a thing.
If the sex is whack, you gotta go, boo boo.
Yeah, but that's in any case.
Yeah,
so
The conversation leading up to the event is what
Event.
symbolizes, solidifies what's about to happen. Like, you know through talking. Like, if someone asks you for nude pictures, you kind of know
You
what
just
they're
know,
looking
don't
for.
you? You
Or
know.
if someone says, oh, do you want to go out and do this? You kind of know what they're looking for. If someone says, come over now, cool. Like, everyone gets horny. Like, yes, I'm gonna go and have sex. I'm not then gonna... Yeah, I'm just not then gonna go and like, oh, hey, how are you? No. I'm like, are you horny?
And you just know. Like, I
You
had a
just
conversation
know.
with my friend the other day. She's just started online dating for the first time. She's
Oh,
like,
it's the
you know,
worst.
sometimes these guys, like, I'm trying to have a conversation with them and they keep bringing it back to sex, and so I'm like, that's because they want sex.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
You're gonna have them two kind of. You will have the ones that want to talk about sex and want to have sex, and then you'll meet the ones that actually want to have a conversation and get to know you.
And have
you
sex.
can and have sex.
I went from trying to meet someone out of offline dating onto online dating, and it completely just put me off. So I've come back off it again, because with online dating it's so frustrating, because I want to meet someone that I can have a conversation with. You know, it's like mental stimulation does it for me personally. I find it so attractive in a man. And like when you're online, the first thing you'll get is, all right, sexy, you are, you're well sexy, and you think you just want to get you really wet. And it just, me, straight, I just switch off. I don't want to know. Sorry for the language there.
Whereas me, I've only ever been out with people who I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
So this is all like new to me. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what to say.
But in terms of that, I just do that because I'm protecting my heart, because I am very sensitive, and it's just easier for me. And generally my rule is 4 dates or a month, because I usually have a date per week, and then after that date, like...
do you not ever meet anyone and want to just see them all the time? Is that just me and my obsessive nature?
Only my friends.
No, but I mean, do you not ever meet someone and then want to hang out with them all the time and then just end up seeing them every day? Is that just me?
Like,
Okay, cool.
I'll text.
I'm not gonna lie, one guy recently I met, and I don't know, he just mentally just stimulated my mind, and it was like, oh, she's so sexy. But then the more I got to know him, the more I thought he was a bit of a muppet, to be quite honest with you. So I think it ruins the illusion of being around someone so much, because we went from talking to being around each other all the time, and then being around someone so much, it can kind of put you off them. I think you need to have that kind of balance when you're getting to know someone, but they still stimulate your mind, and like they give you butterflies.
Yeah, but then it's not really. Yeah, but isn't it better that you know that actually you've given this time and you know it's not going to work? That was a good experience, and then move on, rather than build up like a story or an air. Like if you don't have the butterflies, you don't have the air there, then why make it something it isn't, or hope that it's going to be something it isn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, that's... Like, in the one date, in that first drink, you kind of know, you have a feeling.
You just know, didn't you?
And then if it's good, and you're not sure, that's what the second date is for.
You go back and just...
Yeah, like when I'm on my first date, I will casually slip in all the questions that I need answered. So I know if that person's right for me, and I know myself So I'll ask them
What
certain
kind of questions is that?
Right. No, they're like sensible questions. Like, do
No, that was a genuine question. My face
No.
doesn't work with me sometimes.
Like, would you eventually want to get married? What are you looking for out of a relationship?
Well, that's a big
Real
question
like
to
it.
ask on the
Day one.
first date.
I know. I'll ask it. I'm not saying to me. I just say like generally.
in life.
Do you want to marry me soon?
Check, please.
That's a really big question.
Sorry. The way I phrase it is, okay. What would be your ideal relationship?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
What
think
would be your ideal relationship scenario? And then I haven't placed myself in it.
Yeah,
I
but
just
what
ask
if,
them.
so if you ask me that, I could say what I'm looking for right now. It doesn't mean I don't want to eventually get married.
No, I said ideal.
Yeah,
I said
but I mean for
ideal
right now.
relationship.
Yeah.
But then I'll say that. Someone said that. And I'm like, no, like not just like right now. Ideally,
okay.
in any circumstance, if you could have anything in the world, what would that look like?
I like that question.
And then I know what they're looking for. And if that doesn't fit in with what I'm looking for, I'll be like,
See, I think I'm a bit different. I think I'm looking for someone who I like, and then we'll make whatever it is that we want together, if that makes sense, rather than me seeing what you do. You tick the boxes? I want to get married, so let me see if you do. I want to do this, so let me see if you do. I want to do this, so let me see if you do. I've never. This is probably why I don't date, but I've never done that. If I find someone I like, then we'll work it out together if we want to be together, and we'll make what we want.
But then I fully agree with that. But then it gets to the point that if you really want to get married, but you like them, but they don't want to get married.
Yeah.
If you want to have children and you like them, but they don't want to have children,
Doesn't make or break
but
things.
then you've stayed there, you've gotten attached, and then you get to a point where, oh, this really isn't going to work out because you just need to know what your deal breakers are.
Yeah.
And then like those are the questions that I'll ask. Like
So
I went out with
do you
someone.
really want to get married? Is that important to you?
I did and I do, and it was.
Can I be a bridesmaid?
Have we already decided that we're going to be there? And Mama as well.
The way I said it, I don't mind now if I don't get married because you don't need to be married. My mum wasn't, and like I was cool. But I'm not going to have a child with you if you don't get married because if you can't commit to me, I can't
Commit to having a
I
child.
can't commit to having a child with you. I can have a child by myself. Like that's not an issue for me. But if you want to have children and start a family, we need to be married because I need to know that you're in this with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, so in today's modern society, like things have been changing, and like Jaden Smith, who was in that women's wear campaign, I want to bring up the subject of what do we feel makes a modern man or what makes a modern woman, and I just want to get people's ideas and opinions on that. What is it to be a man today? What is it to be a woman today?
Oh, so you're specifically asking what is it to be a man? Or
No.
to be a woman?
To be
Or
a
you're asking
modern-
what makes a modern man? Because I feel like those two questions are a little bit different.
How would you answer those two different questions?
Well, because what makes a modern man, there are many different types of men. Do you see what I mean? Whereas what does it mean to be a man and what does it mean to be a woman?
Okay, I think.
Defines that there's one of each. Do you see what I mean? Which I don't think there
Okay,
is.
and that was my thing, but I was having a conversation with a friend who said because of certain attributes, she didn't think I was very manly, and that was a little bit like emasculating. And then I was like, why? So what? Because like I don't fix things.
Darling, who does?
I do.
Wait,
Like-
which
See, she
way,
fixes
in
things.
which way did she suggest you weren't manly?
If I wanted to bring that subject up, I would have brought that subject up.
Where does she live?
But no, like, because I don't fix things, and I'm not going into a whole wah-wah of I didn't have a dad around, but it was me and my mum, and I feel that I'm respectful to women, I'm very well mannered, I take care of my mother, I take care of my sister.
Are we saying
And-
that these are all things that men don't do? I'm so confused right now.
No, but listen, but like, because I don't like belch and fart, and I'm not chauvinistic, and so if anyone comes and says, oh, you're not being a real man, because it's been said, I'm like, no, just because those attributes that I don't
I
have.
think that defines me
No,
as a man.
but
That's why
Social
that's why I'm bringing up the subject, because it has been said. and like and is a strong, and like when I had a friend who was a really strong woman, and
We're still friends, babe.
Tell him.
Yeah, still friends.
I had a friend who was a really strong woman, but then she would play the little girl to get things.
Okay, that's not me.
Yeah, just checking. Yeah, but that's because that was probably easy and she got things that way.
But if it happened in a group of people,
She get beat up.
I ain't playing that. And then she'd play the sympathy vote, like she was a hurt little girl, because we were in a group of other guys, and
It would give her what she wanted.
yeah, and then but then it would be like they'd look at me like I was being mean to this wounded woman, and she's not a wounded woman, she's a strong ass woman, and I'd have more respect for her if she was just the strong woman.
She's a strong woman, she just knows how to get what she wants.
Okay, so then do you think that it's alright to play the little wounded damsel in distress?
If that's how you want to view me, and you're going to give me what I want by that, then
it's not how we
be
want
a
to
problem.
view you. If you've gone out of your way to do that and you know what you're doing, that's not how someone wants to view you. That's how you want to be viewed. And I'm saying, as a strong woman, do you feel it's alright to do that? I had no respect for that, and that's why I didn't play along with that game.
Right.
I think all strong women are clever women, so they know exactly what they're doing. It's just, that's my personal belief. I don't think a woman who can be so strong-minded and then play that game of, it's, you know, she knows what she's doing, and she wants people to react and bounce off the way she's like, oh, don't worry about it, you know, it's, women know what they're doing. So do men, really, to be quite honest.
But does that denote that if you are a strong woman that you can never be the damsel in distress?
No.
Because you can, right?
She'll milk
I'm
it,
saying
but
if it's sorry
No, that's
Tony.
alright.
If it's in a genuine situation where you do feel that way,
How have you decided that? Because you decided she was a strong woman, and this time when she was displaying it, it wasn't right. So you decided. So
no,
you're deciding that she
I will
is
say I would
her
like
showing
to
that
have
she
a little
is.
respect for my intelligence and the fact that I knew this woman very well. And don't come and play foolishness with me when I know and I've seen you in the exact same situation not do that same thing, and just because someone else is around, you change that around.
Okay.
So like that's why I'm like, if you absolutely, there's situations where you can be soft and warm and you need help with this, but if you can do something,
Then do it.
and you're not, and you're playing a little wounded woman, when there are actual genuinely women who are soft and delicate like that, just to get, that's then gone into manipulation, not using your skills.
Maybe that
But
is
that is
part of
using
her
her
skills. Yeah, maybe she has honed in on the skill of getting people to do what she wants to do. So that she doesn't have to do what she's done.
I'm not going to lie,
That's exactly
okay?
what it is.
At work, I have done it. I'm a girl and I work in a man's world, you know, and if there has been times, you know, I've gone and spoken to someone and it's probably been like, hi.
I like that. Well done.
But I get what I want, and I know that I'm doing it, but I'm not dressing it up or dressing it down. What you see with me, I'm very transparent. What you see is what you get. I'm not going to play like a weak woman. I just know how to get what I want, but I wouldn't do it in a malicious way.
But you saying more like use your sexuality to get what you
Yeah,
want, which is a
maybe.
different
Yeah, which is, that's what I'm saying,
thing
it's a
to
different...
what he's saying.
Yeah, if you use your, like, obviously, if you're a good-looking woman, like, as we discussed, like, a couple of episodes ago, like, people are going to do things for you.
Yep.
And I'm not advocating not doing that, because obviously use the tools that you have.
That too.
I just think it's nice.
I don't say that, you say that. But obviously use the tools at your disposal, but I'm like, where do you cross the line at that? And where have you taken that too far?
So if you bring that back to the question of what makes a modern man and what makes a modern woman, how does that not fit into what you're saying? So you're saying modern women are strong and they shouldn't be play on roles that are ingrained in us to say that women aren't, or
No.
what? Do you know what I mean?
I just used that, the sentence that I used as a way to lead us into the conversation and see which way the conversation led.
But that's what I'm trying to ask you. I'm asking, so obviously previous thoughts of what women should be. They're weak and they're the softer sex and they're da-da-da-da-da, and the men are the stronger ones and that those are the characteristic roles of men and women or whatever. And so now we've moved into an age, what you were saying, you have strong women that are stronger than this previous idea.
But you have always had strong women.
Right? Yeah. But we're saying that they're now more obviously stronger than, because you're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't label them as the weaker sex or whatever. I'm asking, is it wrong for them to then use the previous ideas of who women are and who maybe this guy over here still believes me to be, to get what I want? Do you see what I mean? Because I know that's how you think of me. Do you see what I mean?
I think...
Yeah, if someone can use their sexuality,
Why
why can't they
can't
use the damsel in distress card?
I think society's so weak enough. I think women know what they're doing.
I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing. I'm saying, is it not alright?
I'm not saying that it's not alright, I'm just saying it's inauthentic. And you're not using it, you're manipulating someone.
So women are manipulating someone when they use their sexuality.
And do you not
In
think
fact,
men do the same
advertising is doing the same thing when they use women's sexuality.
Yeah.
It's not even us doing it. It's the man who's behind the advert that's doing it. Saying,
Yeah,
I'm going to use her sex to sell my car.
thing? Yeah.
So everyone manipulates people using sexuality.
I think sometimes we don't even realise when we're doing it, you know?
We have very, it went down a road that I love.
Yeah, we
just went
right
down
off
the
there.
road. We're on it. No, my thing was like, okay, if you, say you had, like, let's go to just two celebrities because someone know, like, just people that people know. Jessica Simpson is out there, she's working, she's making billions. The blonde one, Ashley Simpson's sister. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential.
I'm trying.
And then her husband used to be a football player. He now doesn't work.
Oh, no.
He's at home, and she's now annoyed because he doesn't have that impetus, and maybe she feels he's not as much of a man because he's staying at home.
She's carrying him.
And that's more where I'm trying to get to.
But I see that.
Yeah.
But that is, she picked that man where he was. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what he had. So that's not her saying this is the only type of man there can be. I don't think. That's her. No, but
yeah.
So I'm just saying she's saying this is the man I wanted because that's what I've chosen, and now he's no longer the man she wanted. Do you see what I mean? So it's not. I don't know who she even is, but maybe she's not saying that he's not a man. She's just not. He's just no longer what she wanted. Do you see what I mean? He could be a man over there doing that. Fine.
Okay.
Have a good time. That's not what I wanted from my partner.
Now, coming from the man's point of view, there is possibly a tendency to feel that even though those aren't the words she's using, that is actually what she's saying.
What, as in what I've just said, or
Yeah.
her not being a man, him not being a man?
It's
Women
do it, yeah, but you might not have used those words, but as women, because I've got four of them sitting next to me, are you aware that some of the things that you say or do, even though that wasn't your intention, are emasculating? And you are, even though you haven't said it in those exact words, you've made
But that can
your
be
man
said
feel
for
less.
everyone and anyone on almost
That's-
anything they say. Do you know what I mean?
That's not
and
mine.
you can say it with men towards women though.
Yeah, but I'm not asking that.
When-
I'm asking you the question: if are you aware as women that sometimes you do that to men? That's the question I'm asking.
I choose my words quite carefully, so I don't.
Are you aware?
Listen, I let you finish my
Sorry, maybe finish
sentence,
your
and then you can repeat your question. Yeah.
We are friends
Sorry.
out of this, by the way.
We good.
Yeah.
I choose my words carefully, so I would not. When I say something, I never pick it to think what I'm going to say right now. I'm going to say so he can feel emasculated. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why I'm
so
saying.
I would never purposely
No.
do that. If you came to me and said what you've just said to me makes me feel X, Y, Z, I may turn around and be like, oh my god, that was totally not where I was going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'd never say it myself. I don't know if other women think, do you know what? How dare he not have a job anymore? I'm gonna say this. I can't speak for other women, but me personally, that would never be my thing. You see what I mean?
Okay. And then so this will take me back to that earlier situation where if you said that and you didn't realise you did that,
Yeah.
she did that. She realised what she was doing. That's not
Oh,
her
so she was
using-
emasculating someone.
Yes, and that's not her using her
Right.
womanly wiles.
No, see, I didn't know she was emasculating.
Yeah.
I thought she was using her damage and distress to get what she wanted.
No,
I didn't know
it
she
was
emasculating.
in terms of that. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I lost a little respect.
I was lost. So I'm back.
Now we're sorry, people. Sorry, and yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't.
Okay, sorry.
And that's why I was like, I didn't have respect for her.
Yeah,
as a
no,
woman,
that's
because you
not
can
okay.
be a strong woman and still get your point across.
But I think that's
without
same for
needing to.
That's not just between men and women. That's so if I've decided to make myself feel good, I'm gonna make Emma feel bad. That's not okay.
That's not
Regardless
okay.
of whether it's me. Oh my Jesus, a wasp. That's not okay. If it's whether it's me talking to you or me talking to Emma or me talking to anyone, it's not okay. It's just either way, that's not okay. So that's an issue she needs to deal with. Do you know what I mean? That's. But as far as emasculating other people or making other people feel bad about themselves so I can feel better, that's not a good thing.
I think that's a personal insecurity to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
To elevate themselves.
Yeah.
Which any gender can do.
Yeah.
And I think when people do that and they make people look or feel smaller, or I think it's a personal insecurity thing. I think they do that to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
Everyone goes home at night and sits in bed and thinks about everything that you've done in the day. I don't care what anyone can say, no, I don't. Yes, you bloody well do. Don't lie. Think about it. It's an insecurity. Definitely.
But yeah, as far as the question you said, like I said, I see that there is several types of male, like several types of man. So, and we're not a particularly sexually dimorphic species, so you can't say this is man, this is woman. Do you see what I mean? So
It's changed so much.
yeah, and I'm not saying that I could say this is the type of man I want to date. This is the type of men I'm friends with. This is the type of men my brother is. This is, do you know, I can give you the different types, but I'm never going to say to you, oh, because he's not the type of man I want to date, he's not a man. That doesn't make sense.
That is exactly my point, and that was my issue with the person that said what they said.
that doesn't make
because
sense.
it came across like, oh, because you're not the type of man that I like, you're not a man.
No,
and I'm
that
like,
doesn't make sense.
that is incorrect. And that was the exact point, I think.
Yeah. No, we were on the same page. We got
that. All right, guys, we have reached time for pet peeves. And let's just do it randomly. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
What's your pet peeve?
People that act wrong and strong. Stop it.
I don't know what that is.
What's wrong and strong?
So, someone that can blatantly have done something wrong, lied, cheated, whatever, yeah, but then they want to act like they're the victim.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh,
Yeah, stop it.
no. I don't like it. It irritates me, and obviously you guys know me. I will just out you there and then. Stop it. Don't act wrong and strong with me. I hate it. Proper makes my blood boil. And I'm going to stop talking about it because it does really annoy me.
Okay, mine's nothing like that.
Okay.
That sounded like really like a deep
Like
thing.
intense, like it's true.
Mine's when people chew with their mouth open.
Yeah, that's really annoying as well.
It really, I don't like the sound of people eating anyway. If you just like here now and we had a bowl of food, we'd have to put the telly on so I could drown out the sound of you chewing regardless. But if you're like there,
Oh
oh my god, the way it grates my soul, it's just something else.
Talk to Jesus.
Yeah. Mine is when somebody reads your messages and does not message you back.
Oh yeah.
That's
WhatsApp as well. That's a dumb tick.
No, but you get it on text messages. Or
And
on
you get
iPhone.
that it's been read and
Yeah,
with Facebook messages as well.
Nobody's too busy to reply.
To just
You
say-
choose what to reply.
Yeah, or you can. There's a little voice message thing. Just say, "I'll text you back later."
Yeah.
Just bang.
Just recently, I messaged a friend and I voiced it. I was like, no one's too busy to reply to a message. I don't care who you are, even if you're the Queen. And because that person didn't have an answer, they thought it was just easier just to block me out of their life. And I just think you're pathetic.
Does Lizzie have a phone?
Like, absolutely
No, she has
pathetic.
people that have that.
That have that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, mine is when you're having a debate with someone, and if you don't, at the end of that, agree with their point of view, they say, oh, you haven't listened to me at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I'm like, no, I
We can have a
listen to
difference
you.
of opinion.
I just don't agree with you.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Some people can't
Some
agree
people
to
cannot
disagree.
do that.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why though, because it doesn't mean that I haven't listened to what you said and you still have your opinion. Fine, that's great. It just doesn't mean that I've decided to jump ship from my opinion and join yours. That's
You
all.
really haven't listened to what I'm saying.
See?
I'm sorry.
What's your bet be?
Oh, the laughing would just made me forget it. Okay. It's when you know someone has a problem with you and they just don't say it.
Hashtag Phaedra Parks everybody.
Yes, I like that.
True that, preach.
Sister Joyce.
Okay.
They say the nothing.
Now, today's question is, what is the most useful lesson you've learned recently?
Don't expect anything from anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
We expect too much of people too often, and then you end up getting let down. Just don't expect anything. We should never expect from people.
Fully agree.
That's mine.
A similar vein kind of thing. It's not a lesson I've just learned, but it's something that I relearned recently, and it's you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Mine is, and it was very weird. I've, like, throughout my life, I've had just random people coming up and saying this one word to me: tenacity.
Okay.
It's like, no matter what you want to do, stay strong, keep working, don't give up, because it always works out. If you just stay true and have the patience, it all comes together.
Okay. Joyce.
Yeah. It's my turn. No, recently I've just been thinking, it's hard to really sum it up, but I've just really taken on the idea that you've just got to pursue your happiness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just like, look after you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine, I think, past year or so, love yourself. Love yourself so much that you know your worth when someone comes into your life and you know what you're worth. I think loving yourself is just the key to being happy. Wake up and just be the best of you every single day. You have 24 hours in a day. Be the best and love yourself unconditionally. People tell you you're arrogant. If people tell you you're arrogant, people think that you're stupid, whatever. Ain't nobody paying your bills. Love yourself. Love yourself. That is it. Simple.
Yeah.
It's just straight down.
Love all
Everybody.
of yourself.
Yeah, love everybody.
Because
and
you
love
want to
yourself.
love the good bits of you.
Yeah, and the bad bits.
They're all good bits of you. They all help to make you who you
Yeah,
are.
100%.
Even if other people may not feel that they were good, they're part of you. Love all of you, and no one ever can take that away from you.
Love your friends, Bella.
that too.
We're doing it, Kruba!
We do honestly get on the fly.
Alright guys, I just want to say thank you for joining us. And as I said, this is meant to be an open forum, so any views, topics you want us to talk about, please tweet us, leave it on the Facebook page at Lord Thompson, follow me on Instagram, tell your friends, post a video, #self-promotion. So until next time, love and light.